Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson, and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's attraction tips video is called Learn to Own Your Flaws. Now, women find insecure guys to be very unattractive. And much of a guy's insecurity is rooted in his flaws, or at least his perceived flaws. And because of this, a lot of guys think that that one woman that cares for him or loves him is the only woman in the world that would ever love him because he has these flaws, and she's the only one that accepts them. So he feels he isn't good enough, and in turn he does everything that he can to keep her interest. But this behavior backfires because it's actually causing her to lose attraction and pull away from him due to his insecurity and his lack of self-worth. But the thing is, so many guys just don't realize that if they didn't make a big deal about their flaws, women wouldn't either. So in this attraction tips video, I'm going to explain to you why you shouldn't be focusing on your flaws and how you focusing on them negatively affects your relationship, and what you could do so you're not so focused on them in order to increase and maintain a woman's attraction for you. But before we get started, I just wanted to say that I would really appreciate you giving this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and to also share it with your friends and family if you think they may find it helpful. And I would also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol that's next to it. What this will do will give you real-time notifications for when I upload new videos. And if you guys have any questions, whether it be about my videos or maybe a problem in your own relationship, please feel free to shoot me an email and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Now, obviously, I have to take care of my paying clients first, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. If this interests you, please head over to my website at skillofattraction.com and click on the contact tab and shoot me a message from there. Now, if you need to get in touch with me right away, the best way to do that is, again, head to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the coaching tab, and there I have several options for private one-on-one coaching. I offer emergency coaching where I will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours, depending on what option you select. And I also offer monthly coaching where I will work with you throughout the month to try to get whatever relationship issue you're having turned around and hopefully get you back on track. And I will put the links to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. So let's get on to the video. Now, a lot of guys hear what women say that they find physically attractive in a man, and if they don't feel they match up in that department, they feel insecure about it and not worthy. And just so you guys know, I'm talking about your physical flaws because there's nothing you could do to change them. Now, if you do have some flaws that you can change, say that, I don't know, you're overly emotional, or maybe you have a big pot belly or something, then you should do what you can to change that, because not only will you feel better, but you're going to feel way more confident, and in turn you're going to be that much more attractive to women and just people in general. A big insecurity that I hear guys talk about is that they're not tall enough, because they hear women talk about how they love tall men. And many times women do love tall men and they do find that very attractive. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a shot with them. All the time I hear women talk about these physical prerequisites that they seek out in a man before they would even consider dating them. But the thing is, oftentimes they end up dating a guy that has none of those same characteristics. I mean, I see it all the time. I'm sure you guys do too. And it leaves you scratching your head like, what? But the reason why is because these guys are confident with who they are despite these physical attributes that they lack. These guys are confident with themselves despite their flaws because they don't see them as a big deal. Instead, they turn their focus to their strengths and project that outwards through their actions and their attitude. This way, women become drawn to them due to their confidence in their strengths. I mean, as an example, I don't know if you could tell on this video, but I have small hands. And, all this talk about our president having small hands, and I hear women all the time say that they find men with big hands very attractive. But I really don't let it bother me. It's not that big of a deal to me. Instead, I know that I have other qualities and characteristics that are very attractive. So, I mean, do I get insecure about having small hands? Not really. I mean, maybe if I was in a group of women and they were saying, oh, God, guys with small hands are disgusting. I may be a little insecure then, or a little self-conscious at least, but, I would probably, put my hands out in the middle of this group of women and make a joke about it or something. I just really don't let it get to me. So let's say that maybe you're short, but you have this razor sharp wit. Now, of course, a tall, good-looking guy is going to immediately capture a woman's attention. But over time, if he has no sense of humor, her attraction for him will not last. So in the big picture, your wit and your confidence in it is going to be much more attractive to her than your height. On the other hand, if you're continually focused on the fact that you're short and you're insecure about it, and you're giving no attention to your attractive qualities, you're going to come off as someone that is completely insecure. Women like confident men. They are not attracted to insecure men. And your insecurities give off this vibe that you have something to prove in order to make up for what you lack. I mean, I'm sure you've heard many times people say that, if some guy's driving some fancy sports car, they're like, oh, he's just compensating for something that he's lacking. And while I'm not saying that just because you drive a sports car, you're making up for something that you don't have, a lot of guys do that. I mean, many men fall into this trap. So seeking a woman's approval only lowers your value in her eyes. And the lower your value is, the less attractive you become to women, because all women want a high-value man. It's a woman's hypergamous nature to always seek out the highest value man that they can attract so they could flourish in life and produce strong, high-value offspring. And a high-value man, he doesn't have to prove himself to anybody. He projects his value in his actions and his attitude. A woman is going to take notice of his value without him having to tell her or to point it out to everybody. And he doesn't focus on his physical flaws because there's nothing he could really do about it anyway. Instead, he owns it because it's part of who he is and what makes him unique and interesting. So focus on your strengths. You want to project them through your attitude and your actions. And I promise you, women will notice them too, and they will find you much more attractive. And by you not focusing on your physical flaws or pointing them out to anybody and not seeing them as a big deal, women aren't going to see them as a big deal either. So that's it for this Attraction Tips video. If you guys have found value in this video, I also have a link in the description down below if you would like to donate through PayPal. This could be any amount that you think is worthy of this video or any of my videos. It could be $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever you think is fair in exchange, and I would really appreciate it. But if not, it's not a big deal. I'll catch you on the next video anyway. Have a good one. Bye-bye.